All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Sunday night. Time for a little Starfinder. It is on in the Svenzone. Jingo, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing
In the
fantastic.
Svenzone. Jingo, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing
In the
fantastic.
Sven.
Good to be back at the table.
Yes, sir. We missed you last week. Nice to have you back. Bobby, how are you tonight?
I'm fine.
Awesome, awesome. Um, Thank you so much for the subscription, Jingo. Appreciate you very much. If you guys aren't aware, he has started a new stream uh, 2 weeks in. We're doing Savage Worlds piratey theme, so it's a lot of fun on Saturday mornings. So go check him out. And Roberta, how are you tonight?
Oh, doing good. Just refreshed with a shower. Sorry I'm late. Did you
All
hear me?
right, I did.
We
Yes,
Okay, good.
did.
excellent. So
Hot water is our friend.
that's
Yes,
right.
yes it is.
So Jingo, I just want to make sure. Uh, is it Twitch TV, The Ship of Fools?
Yes, sir. The
Okay.
ship O Fools.
Yep. Awesome. So, yeah. So check it out in the chat. It's got the link in there. Um, are you also throwing them on YouTube?
I have not yet, but they will be. I have a
All right.
YouTube link, but it's not a dedicated URL yet, so it's just a long string of numbers that I don't have at hand.
Gotcha. All right. So check him out. Like I said, he's just doing Savage Worlds, pirate theme. Lots of fun. And so let's just do a little bit of a recap. So if you look at what I wanted to do is before we go into the details, um, I have before we go into the details, I have, if I can, here they are. I have notes. So what we're going to be doing is, if I'm doing my job right, I'm going to be doing a little quiz each time we start. And if you get them all right, then you'll get a bonus. If you get them all wrong, then there'll be a detriment for the party. Uh, so, so as long as you get one right, then you're fine. And we do have Kendrick. How are you doing tonight? Oh, he's not on Discord yet. Okay, but he did jump on. Um, I saw him jump on the table. So awesome. We'll throw him up
Give
there
him
in
to.
just a minute.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
That's right.
And
So we're gonna start off with Roberta. So um, I can't read my own writing. Give me just a second here. Uh, oh,
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, damn it! I forgot a spoon.
okay. So
Can you shoot me a map? I think I closed out the message today.
yes, I will. I've got to throw you on there as well. Um, oh, Diablo Bob, hello. Yes, that is Diablo Bob is in the chat. He's saying, is that a Django I see? It is Django you see, absolutely. Welcome, Diablo. Uh, he is a player. He has streamed on occasion, every once in a while. So um, say hi to him when you guys get a
Hey,
chance. He's mainly the mind behind a lot of the extensions for D&D 5e that a lot of people use. Things like the Druid.
he's a Fantasy Grounds legend.
Yep. The biggest one that is he has two main ones, and the one that everybody uses is the Druid one, where it automatically changes your character switches all the stats in the combat tracker. If he dies, it automatically switches him back, that type of thing. So it's very useful to have if you're going to have anybody with polymorph or druid. He's the man behind that. All right, so we're going to skip Roberta for a moment.
Why?
Scene.
Are you skipping me trying to be nice, or are you just?
No, because I can read my writing for Bobby. So
Good question.
Bobby, your question is Loki opened the door with a code. So you guys were in the office down below, and you opened the door with a code. How did you know what the code was?
Someone told it to me. I don't remember who.
That is correct. Does anybody remember who told him
I think it was
what the
Doc.
code was?
I'm not sure, but I think it was Doc who told me what the code was.
It was found on a little slip of paper taped underneath the desk by Orndor at the computer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So did I get that right?
You did. Yep, that was correct. All right. So for bonus points, Roberta, I'll ask you Reno's question. There was a device that the woman merchant was selling to everybody that was a sleep aid and promised to do a bunch of different stuff. What is the name of that device?
Ooh, Blossom.
Okay.
That is correct.
Woohoo! Bonus points.
All right, and Jingo, you are in the middle of a cryogenics facility. You're inside this frozen room. The temperature is below 0 Fahrenheit.
Are we at severe or extreme cold?
Extreme cold.
That's below 20 below,
Yep,
right?
that's correct.
We're in a bad way.
A question for you is, well, you're not in a bad way because your armor protects you. A couple of you have had rips in your armor, though, so some of them might have issues. But question for you is, what is your favorite drink?
Doc's favorite drink.
No, yours, Jingo.
My favorite drink. I would have to say my favorite drink is coffee.
So close. I have written down here cream soda.
Nope, I don't drink soda much.
All right, and Kendrick is not on camera, but can you hear us?
Yes.
All right, so Will Robinson comes stepping into the room and looks around. My question for you is, how many members of the Midnight Core 7 are there?
How many members of the Midnight Core 7 are there?
Yes, the Midnight Core 7 crew. The Midnight Core 7 is the name of the ship. How many members of the crew are there?
7.
So if you count Will Robinson's robot and Doc Dade's companion, then correct. That is 7.
Cool.
All right, so you guys got every answer correct. So you each get
Woohoo!
one re-roll of a 1. So anytime tonight, if you roll a 1, the first
Woohoo.
time you roll a 1, you can do a re-roll and ignore the first 1. So you have halfling
Nice.
luck for a moment. All right, so both Will Robinson and Doc Dade were not here last week. You guys want to catch them up as to what happened?
Wow.
Don't everybody talk at once.
So we stepped into the bazaar, and there was this beautiful lady. So she was
was an elf.
drawing most of the attention from the crowd, and she's the one that was trying to sell the Ada Blossom, but only what's his face got it? Loki? No. Who
Ron's
is it?
character.
Ron's character.
Orndor.
What was or in
And
Snore.
that's what
I
was
mean,
turned it in.
All right.
She looked like she kind of got mayhem in her eyes. Like she up to something.
she's a witch.
Her eyebrow game is on point.
I totally thought she was up to something. I still didn't buy it.
All right, and then what happened when you guys? So afterwards, those of you who turned her down had to make a save, and a couple of you were affected by something that she said and stuff that happened with that. And luckily, Will Robinson and Doc weren't involved in that, so they weren't affected. Um, but when you got to cryogenerics, you guys remember what happened?
We
Um,
didn't feel as confident as we normally do.
right, that's it.
Correct. That is the effect that of her turning her down. Um, but you guys went into the front office and found out there's a you had a key card that you had picked up from one of the Bloodshots members of the gang Bloodshots. So that key card lets you into the main building. Right now, nobody's in it, and so you search the front office. It's just basically a reception area with a desk and some waiting room and places to fill out paperwork. Orendor searched through the computer, found a personnel list and some the different things that they offer here, such as actual cryogenics of everything from creatures to just simple basic refrigeration. Living on the surface of the sun, it's very hot. So if you want to keep things cool, you can rent out space here. And they offer all those services here. And so they had a password protected computer he was able to break into. And then, like I said, the password for it to get into this room where you are now was written on a little slip of paper that you guys found. And you came in here, were attacked by 3 Akeshtis and a Vesk. Um, let me. I am just trying to find token portrait. There it is. All right, so let me drag.
Are we still in a fight?
Yes. So you have not taken out any of the Akeshti or actually you took out one Akeshti, one of the little small little guys. So when was the last time you guys saw Akeshti? Do you remember?
In the other building we were in, I want to call it a museum, but I know it wasn't a museum.
Nope, you're absolutely right. It was a museum run by the Deep Cultures Institute.
Purchase it.
That's
Yeah.
what, and that was their front facing to the public was is half of it is a museum, but they also do research there and other stuff as well. So yep. So the museum was attacked by the Zakisti. You were told to come. That they transferred all their data information here to cryogenerics. So that's where you followed the clues to get to here, and that's where you are now. So Big Tola is the manager of this facility. Orendor told you guys that last week that he remembered the name because it was a very Russian sounding name, but Big Tola is what the name was in parentheses after her name, and that is the Vesk that is down here to the south on the bottom with Will Robinson, and directly below Orendor is Big Tola. All right, any other comments before we get rolling? So Doc, you know the information that I shared with you at the beginning before we started. Um, you have not had time since everybody stepped into the warehouse here to really go over that or send the information to the rest of the crew. Using your micro lab, like I said, you can tell that everybody's fine. Their armor is working like it should. It can protect you from the vacuum of space. It can also protect you from this cold. It has a hard time with heat, but with cold, you guys are fine. Um, except for you notice that a couple people are starting to get these Keshi are fighting with swords, and so some of them have been sliced, and the armor is starting to leak in a couple places. So that is what's going on.
Looks like
For your
I've
information.
taken wounds. So those of us with damaged armor, are we in danger of cold?
Not as of yet. What again, we're talking 6 seconds at a time. We're talking it's been about 30 seconds, 35 seconds since this combat started. So you guys will have time, hopefully, to patch them before it becomes severe enough to worry about.
Now, explain exactly how we got into this fight. We came here. Did they ambush us when we came in? Did they appear to be peaceful and then jump us once we got inside? Did we kick down the door and come in guns blazing? How did we get in the fight?
I opened the door and one of them shot at me.
Fair enough. That's all I really needed to know is,
If I'm
they
remembering
fired first.
correctly.
That's correct.
All right, so I just need to pull one last thing, trying to find Robot from the Allies section. He's not here. Why isn't he here? That's weird. Okay. Never mind. All right. Let's go ahead and get back into the action. Kendrick, are you close to the computer yet?
Yeah, I've been on.
All right, so go ahead and give initiatives for you and Robot. I've slept and eaten since I read the mechanic. I was all ready last week, or last time we played 2 weeks ago, because I'd done some studying on the mechanics, and I've since forgotten. So we're just going to run with it for now. This way.
Same as
So it is top of round 7. Big Tola is up, and she is. So don't forget, you guys, the rules for non-lethal. Some of your weapons do non-lethal damage. If you want your lethal weapons to do non-lethal damage, you simply declare it, and it's a -4 to attack with non-lethal damage using lethal weapons, and vice versa if you ever want to. So she has a semi-automatic pistol, which is bullets, so that is not non-lethal. The Keshti are using rifles that are non-lethal, and then they have swords when they're hand-to-hand, so that is lethal as well. All right, so Big Tola has been liking Twitch this whole time, since he is also the biggest one in the room besides her. They're both about the same size, so she's trying to take him out.
Good luck.
And Atomic Hero Squad says, "Evening Svenzone crew."
Woo, hello.
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 Howdy.
All right, so a shot rings out. She shoots a pistol, and it goes flying off into the other parts of the warehouse. All right, Doc, you are up. I did not have Beaker engaged, so if you want him to climb out of your
No,
suit, he can. However,
nope.
he does not have protection unless I'm mistaken, so he would probably be safer in your jacket.
Yeah, I don't think he has. He does have fur, but I don't know how well that protects. I mean, against this kind of cold, no, it's too dangerous. He's staying inside. Let's see. What do I want to do? Loki's. Is anybody besides me hurt? Let's have a look at that. I am wounded. Will Robinson is wounded slightly, but not seriously. Looking to see if I already have. Doesn't look like I've used any of my biohack. So
Nope, I made sure not to mess up any of your stuff. I just used a bunch of the minor inhibitors and stuff.
I'm going to load up a basic booster. Loki, would you rather be harder to hit or run faster?
Harder to hit.
And I'll shoot him with an armor class basic booster for one use of my pharmacology. And that was a ranged attack within range of all casks. If he's got a melee weapon, that probably provoked an attack of opportunity if he can get to me.
So actually, you are up on the stairs. So if you see there's steps going up,
Okay, so he's not next to me.
correct. And I'm sorry, I just realized what you were doing. You can't actually see Alec. I mean, you could. I will give you -5 full cover for Alecast.
If I walk to there, could I shoot him?
If you went back down the stairs, you would have no problem. Back down toward
Like
Will Robinson.
like there, I could see
Correct.
Loki from there. I would do that then.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Yeah, that leads up to a little dais up there. Loki was up there shooting down, then jumped off in a heroic cat-like fashion. All right, so it leads us
And
to
landed on my
Alecast.
feet.
He did, and everybody was impressed. Long sword into the face. Toots on the die is not going to be close. So swings, and Loki is able to quickly dodge out of the way.
He's dead.
All right, and Shisk is going to go ahead and try to finish off Orindor. He got a 1 on the die. So he gets a free reroll. That's what we said at the beginning, right?
Yep. More.
He's a bad guy. So All right. I had meant to secret message you, but instead I'm gonna put you on the spot. Jingo, do you feel like running Orndor, or do you want me to run him?
I'll run him if you want to release him.
He is released. I'll go ahead and let Loki go first, and then so give you a minute to take a look. All right, so Loki, you are up, sir.
Ah, this damn computer's running so slow.
Yeah, I noticed you had issues with it last week as well. You
Yeah.
got the dude right in your face.
Yeah, I'm
Trying to hit
gonna.
you, and he missed.
Can you target him for me?
There you go.
I've had problems with this computer since I bought it. That's what you get for buying a computer from Walmart.
So don't forget, you are Technomancer if you want to cast spells, and you're adjacent to somebody, unless it's like Jolting Surge, which specifically says you can cast it in combat. They will get to attack you, and if they hit you, you lose the spell on the spell slot. You could always take a 5-foot step back and then cast your spell if you want to
Well,
cast
I'm
spells.
thinking overheat blast is basically burning hands. It's a 15-foot cone.
Right. Loki's up right now,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my battle glove and I'm just gonna punch him with it.
Okay, punch away.
Come on, let me roll.
Ooh, that's a good shot.
There we
Go to assets. Try to make it fancy for you guys watching. Get some cool looking effect.
When I have the money, I'm buying a new computer. This is just getting on my damn nerves.
There you go.
Dude.
All right, that is a hit. So as his sword swings down, you duck out of the way and follow up with a quick uppercut, slam him in his gut, little tiny gut, way down on the floor. So that's what the Akeshti look like, but they are small. They are about 2 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet. All right, so you smack him, slides off his armor, but 1 point of damage is one more than you had a minute ago. All right, now to you, Mr. Orndor. You're going to be doing a little bit of overheat.
Yes. I'm going to give an overheat blast.
There's flip.
Something like that.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. Why is it? It keeps wanting me to target from dock. Let me try this.
If you try clicking the little speech bubble, that might work. If not, I can target him for you.
Hold on.
He's got Shisk
Gotta get.
targeted, so that's correct.
Oh, that didn't help. All right. It shows that Orendor has him targeted.
Shisk, yes. You just need Victola.
Is she targeted now?
No.
There you go.
Now,
That should.
yep, that's it.
Good time. Go to bed. You, nope.
All right,
You
roll
can
that
have one.
damage. Let's see what happens here.
Go to bed.
All right, so what do we see?
That's trash.
Orendor puts his hands together and kind of, touches his fingers to each other in a strange pattern and mutters a couple of words, and then like waves of heat like you would see if you were looking at a furnace door just come off of his hands, and you can see the skin on the people in front of him crack and blister, because I figure it doesn't actually shoot flames, it's just intense heat like standing in front of a furnace, and it just probably even warps and cracks some of the wall behind him.
Very nice, and steam rises, and there's almost like a fog in that area as you hear the refrigeration units kick into overdrive.
And there, that was his overheat blast. That is all he is going to do. Actually, he will take a 5-foot guarded step back that way.
All right, and I should have done this before the whole mess, so I'm gonna let it go this time. But uh, is that a spell that can be done in melee?
How do I tell?
It'll say. So, for example, Jolting Surge says specifically can be cast in melee. It's usually by range, I believe, by the range.
Yeah, it has a range of 15 feet, but I get okay. You collect heat generated by nearby bodies and devices and vent it outward in a thermal wave, dealing 2d8 to creatures and objects in the area. The range is 15 feet, and the area is a cone-shaped burst. So it sounds like it starts at me and goes out 15 feet, but it doesn't say anything
Correct.
about can be used in melee. So I imagine it would provoke an opportunity attack.
All right, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go ahead and
And he's okay with
let's
that.
see. Yeah, so if you look at Jolting Surge, by the way, on the very last sentence
Yep.
of the description says casting this spell doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. All right, so what I'm going to do is,
Okay.
because I forgot
No,
about it, I'm going to go ahead and um,
it's
do
still
the
his
attack
turn.
of
Go ahead and
opportunity.
take it. Yeah.
And if he hits, then he'll take the damage, but he won't interrupt the spell because I'm not going to have you retcon all that. So let's see if he hits. And he does. So you take a little damage.
Ooh, that drew blood. I didn't realize he was out of stamina.
All right, and then he takes a 5-foot step back. All right, so as the spell fades, a robot is up. Kendrick, that is you.
Sorry. Yeah, moves away. All right, so the robot is going to stay still, but he's gonna take a shot at the one that that Orndor was just engaged with. Was he engaging Shisk?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Let's see if I can target. Yes, I can. Goodness, I'm not sure how to use this one. Just click on the +4. Attack. I'm not used to seeing this
Yeah, the
screen.
arc pistol. He has a static arc pistol. So you
Yes.
would just double click the +4, or drag it.
Good grief. That's 3 rolls in a row with below 10s. All right. All he can do. So we'll step to the left, get a little bit of an angle at Alkask. I think I shot at Alkask with his laser. Is Fantasy Grounds catching up, or catching up, or there you go. Yay! It has a burn effect too. Does that? See what I got here.
That's for a critical hit.
Oh,
And
okay, gotcha.
speaking of
Gotcha.
witches,
Very good.
that does remind me, Doc and
What am I?
Kendrick, and Jingo and Kendrick, we talked last week. Um, I wanted to implement a new house rule, if everybody agrees. With I saw a podcast that was doing it, and I thought it was a good idea. So, for example, his laser has the burn property. If you get a crit, you do double damage and the burn property. What I wanted to implement was on a 19, you get the burn property. You don't get the double damage, but you do take the any kind of critical effect. If that's what you guys want to do, it would also be in place for the enemies as well. So no damage. I mean, no extra damage. It's just the whatever critical effect, whatever weapon you have, would take place if you get a 19 on your roll to hit. Um, so think about that when this fight's over. I'll put a vote and see what you guys want to do. All right, so that was the two of you. Your laser pistol lashes out, slams into this guy in the back. Got a little skid mark now on the back of his shirt. Twitch.
Oh. Roberta's trying hard not to fall asleep. Twitch. Okay, where did she go? Yep. Yep. And yep. All
So
right.
you
Go.
guys can tell both the Akeshti are not looking very good, and she's down a little bit, but she's still healthier than the little guys are.
Okay. I'm just shooting at her. Where am I? Nice. Indeed. What? Did this to me last time too. Stupid dice.
Pink. Hey, 2 dice, 2 points of damage is more than she had a moment ago, as your arc pistol shocks and zaps into her.
Oh.
All right, now at the bottom of the round. Top of the next round, she leads off again. Orindor, you are on deck. She's going to keep shooting.
At Twitch, of course.
She's going to do a full round attack this time. So at a -4 to both.
Good.
All right, and she's going to call out to Shisk as a bonus action. And he sort of jolts a little bit and see him become more motivated to get back into the fight from whatever she said in a Keshti. All right, 1 is not going to do it as her first shot. She's yelling at Shisk and it just sort of flies past him. Focuses her attention back onto Twitch. This time it hits his armor, but doesn't go through Orndor.
Ah. What the frickin' A?
All right, so
Orndor's going to move up next to her. He's going to hold up his thumb and his forefinger about an inch apart, and there's going to be a little bit of electricity arcing between it. And as he stretches his fingers out, the arc gets bigger. And as he gets his fingers stretched all the way out, it pops in a spark. And let's see how this works here. Let's see. See, I guess I have to attack him.
all right, so hold.
Melee against energy armor class. And I just have to be holding an electronic device of some sort. I'm sure I have a laser pistol that would qualify. I'm going to go up and touch him with that.
Right, you're doing another jolting surge. So you're in this square, as you move up into this square, if you move into the next square, he would get an opportunity attack. Do you still want to do that?
Did I did not see him there.
And actually, I take that back. He's already used his reaction, so feel free to do
I was
whatever you
going to
want.
say, I'm going to let him take it. I don't know that he's used his reaction. I'm going to take that chance.
All right,
And
so you move up. And who are you reaching out to touch?
Big Tola.
All right.
See, that should have been attack roll. I made the wrong attack roll. I used
looks
Jolt.
it's
Okay, no, I did use a
Yep,
correct
that
one.
was
Okay.
correct. And a hit.
And let's see here. Have some of that.
All right, so since Jolting Surge, unless I'm mistaken, is because it's electricity, I believe it is non-lethal.
I believe it can be. I'm looking at it. It does not say that it's non-lethal, but other electric weapons can be non-lethal, so it's up to you. If it gave the option, I would definitely have hit her with a non-lethal jolt. At least I think I would have. I don't know Orndor's alignment.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and you are correct. This does not specifically say, but it is electricity damage. Um, and so I'm gonna say yes. You can. It can be. It would be non-lethal. Um, most of the time, it doesn't matter if it's like a creature or something like that. You can just, if you don't do anything, they pass out or die or whatever the case might be. But in this particular case, you may want to question them or whatnot. So, all right. So she drops you as she rolls. She tries to fight it off and finally just collapses, her gun falling to the floor.
And I think that's all he can do this round.
All right, Loki. Robot is on deck. So after Loki, Robot is up. What are you going to do, Mr. Loki? You are muted. Your mic is muted. Bobby, you're up. There you go.
Yes, yes. Sorry, I did that because Leah came in the room. And I was talking to her. So I'm just going to attack the one I've been fighting the whole time. This time I'm going to swing at him with my club. Come on. I still got him targeted, right?
You do.
Okay. Damn computer. There we go. Now wait for the device to catch up with the cursor. And
All right. Yeah, Mantha had a similar issue the other night as dice moves, stops, moves, stops, moves, stops, and then finishes rolling. It's pretty funny. All right.
yeah, I got to
That
let
is
it
a
catch
hit.
up with the cursor.
All right. So
So
roll your damage. Are you going to move or anything else?
nope,
All right. So
not
while he's rolling his damage, Robot, you are up.
Right. We'll take another shot at Sisk. Shit. What the Shisk? Never mind. Not even gonna try and say the word anymore. Am I still targeting him? Yes. Okay. Oh, I hit
Yep.
him.
Yes, you are.
Zzzt.
Nice. All right. So a little zap. Ah, wake him up. Huh? Huh? What? Huh? And that brings us to Doc.
Hmm.
there's my damage finally.
Nice.
8.
That is enough to take
Well,
him
no,
out.
7. 7.
And so a club also does non-lethal, so he is unconscious. So the big one and one of the Akeshti is unconscious. All right, Doc, what would you like to do?
That's a good question. Part of me just wants to shoot this guy. But there's only one left standing. Oh, there's not even one left standing.
Yeah, the one over by Orndor.
I thought Shisk just went down.
No, Alakisk.
Oh, okay.
Alakask. The one right above you went down.
I hit,
Loki took him
I
out.
hit him right upside the head.
All right. At this point, I am going to attempt to, tell him to stand down. You can't win. And try a diplomacy check on him.
Okay.
I'm not very diplomatic. But I'm trying.
Gotcha. Are you gonna do anything else?
No, I don't want to waste any of my pharmaceuticals on him, and I really don't want to shoot him.
All right. So speaking of him, let's see how Shisk is feeling these days. Give me just a second. I need to check something real quick. There's an exit. All right. All right. So he is going to take a 5-foot step. And then he's going to use his action to run. All right, Will Robinson, you are up. So you can hear the pitter-patter little feet down the way there. You could, there's some boxes in front of you and stuff, but if you went up the steps, you would have a clear shot at him if you do want to fight. So what would you like to do, Will? Kendrick, you there?
I'm sorry. Yes.
All right, so Will, what would you like to do?
Did he succeed? I'm sorry, in the diplomacy effort, or did he finish?
The guy he talked to
Okay.
took off, running.
Okay, very good.
So he's on the other side of the room. Like I said, you don't have a clear shot of him now, but if you went up the steps, you could, if you really wanted to. It's up to you.
He technically did as I asked, and quit because we didn't want to kill him.
So you gonna let him go, or do you want to try to finish him off?
I'm going to let him go. I'm not finishing him off.
All right, so that brings us to Twitch. All right, so Roberta, the last guy takes off running. You have a clear shot at him. What would you like to do?
I am going to take the shot. However, I would like to make sure it is non-lethal damage. If anything, I'd like to knock him out.
All right, what weapon are you using?
It's an arc pistol.
All right, so it's automatically non-lethal, so you're good to go. No minuses or anything.
Okay. Beautiful.
And that is a hit. 5 on the dice. Still hits.
Ooh, got a deuce. Hey.
All right, so he sort of jumps a little bit as he gets hit. Does a little hop, and it's his turn at the top of the next round. And so because of the nature of this room and the doors being hermetically sealed and such, or whatever the term is, it's going to take a moment for this door to open. The rest of the round, he's not going to be able to move through it. Does anybody want to try to take a shot at him?
Let him go.
Agreed.
Okay,
Let him go.
fine.
Twitch, you do still have a clear shot. He's 55 feet away from you right now.
Yeah, no, that's outside of my range without having to take a deficit.
All right. So he then, as the round passes, he goes out the open door as it closes behind him, and he's gone. And with that, we are out of combat. Dee, 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 dee.
Let's see. I think I don't recall if I have used my field dressing yet on anybody here.
So you guys have been running around the Brass Bazaar today, but you haven't, besides the one quick combat that you had with the motorcycle gang, there hasn't. This is the only the second combat you've had today, so I don't believe you did. So,
So at third level, I can treat Loki while Loki's not wounded, but Orindor is, and I can field dress him for 4 points, and I can field dress Will for 4 points, and I can field dress myself for 4 points. I can't heal fatigue. That's we'll have to take a rest for that, but Orindor, that's the best I can do. Once we get out of this freezer, I can treat deadly wounds and probably recover the remainder of his damage, but we need to get out of here. Did we find what we were looking for?
so you have not yet. Let's take a quick second to pause. I threw a vote up there, um, so it is completely anonymous. I cannot see um, what you vote for. So if you do want to have the critical effects on a natural 19, click it, and it'll be a little check. If you don't, then click like the person did here. Click no. So please click in that hole so I can see what you guys want to do.
I'm sorry.
And
Yes is a click and no is no click.
no, X is no, and yes is the click. See, yes, there's an example of each right there.
Oh, okay. So if I just click, it's a yes. Okay.
Yep, you can just cycle through them until you get the one you want. And Martian Cat, 1,000 biddies. Awesome, awesome. So Martian Cat, uh, she is a really cool streamer. She does something I have never seen any other streamer do. I'm sure they have somebody else out there is doing it. But I've never seen it. She does a sort of like a choose your own adventure book, but it's on her phone called Choices. Lots of different cool different ones. She was doing a vampire one last time I checked in with her and said hi. So she even has guest people who will read different parts. Uh, Jingo is one of the guests who's on there reading parts of this storylines. So definitely check out Martian Cat. 1,000 biddies. That is so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, all right, so we're missing a couple people voting. So if you haven't voted, please vote so we can figure out what's going on.
Voted what?
It hasn't come up on my screen yet.
Oh, sorry. It's in the
Oh,
chat. That's why I'm looking on the screen and it's in the
oh,
chat.
it's in the chat. No, the map. I can't move the map.
And there's the link to her. So definitely check her out. Like I said, very unique, very cool. Um, she's easy on the eyes and also easy on the ears. She does a great job doing the different voices and such. So check her out. She's a lot of fun. All right, so looks like we have a majority saying yes. So
I can't move the map, so
Map keeps moving on me too. Keeps adjusting, like scooting. I don't know why.
yeah. My computer's so slow I can't even. Excuse me.
may want to close it and I can push it again if you
Yeah,
guys
go
want
ahead.
to.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know why, but it's just
I
moving to the right every once in a while for whatever reason.
yeah.
Look.
The size of mine, I can't get to
Thank you.
close it. Isn't even showing. I guess I would just have to close Fantasy Grounds.
All right, so so we'll try that. And if everybody hates it
Yeah.
after a couple weeks, we can always switch back. But for now, we'll go with that on roll of a natural 19. If you have critical effects, they will take place, um, and we'll go from there. All right, so the Will, you do see that a couple people have rips in their armor. Um, would you like to repair their armor for them?
Who, me? I don't have that skill.
No, that would be Will Robinson. He's your mechanic,
Well,
or Twitch. Either one of you. Both of you are mechanics.
okay. I'll repair one. Sure.
All right, so go ahead and give me an engineering check, just straight in this
Engine.
thing. It will be a. You guys are level 3, so it would be DC 13. So it would be pretty easy. Oh, there you go.
Got it.
All right, and another thing happens. You guys went through a fight. You didn't die, so the two of you get to try your save again. Let me see exactly what this is. Here it is, DC 15 will save. So, 15, okay, shaken. Shaken. Alright, so it just looks like just two of you. DC's 15. Well, boom. Alright, so Twitch and Loki should have a. Alright, so Twitch, you're like, well, yeah, I missed more than I probably should have, but you know what? She's full of crap. And you feel that nagging in your mind goes away.
Good.
Loki, this fight just confirmed everything she said to you. So maybe you can
Whoops.
hit her up on the way back out and get one of those
She's a
yourself.
witch. She's a witch. She's a
All right,
witch.
so Twitch, your shaking condition's gone. All right, so Kendrick, you're gonna have Will Robinson try to repair the other armor.
Why not?
So go ahead and give me a engineering check. It's DC 13.
And you should program your robot when there's danger around to say, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger."
That is the plan. That's haven't
25.
been here long enough to actually get into a danger state. We just like arrive in danger, with the exception of the car.
That's right. He did say no danger, Will Robinson, at one
Yes,
point.
at the end, yes, correct.
All right, no problem. So both of you are able to patch the things. You guys feel some burning on the skin where the armor went through, because like Doc said, it is negative 20 degrees in this place. But once you get the armor patched, you guys are doing well. Um, I don't know if you noticed, but if you watch long enough, there's a little mist moving across the room slightly due to the magic of Fantasy Grounds Unity. So I presume you guys want to take a 10-foot rest. I mean, a 10-minute rest. Did you want to do anything else with these unconscious people, or just let nature take its course? What do you want to do?
Oh no. Are we stuck in here? Can we get out of here?
Yes, you can.
Let's take these people and get out of this freezing environment.
So what had happened
No,
was
we can't.
you guys had, like I said, you had tracked the information and followed the clues and such that this is where the you believe this is where the device sent the information. And so far you haven't found anything that was high tech enough to even receive the information, because the computer in the front office was not. Uh, so you're still trying to find out where the data was sent to see if you could try to recover it, because
Oh,
they deleted it from the museum's information
let
desk.
me let me look around real quick and see if I can find any kind of temperature controls. Maybe I can warm it up a little bit in here.
You also see, now that you're able to move around a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and, so there's there's a door directly to the north that you guys can all see. There's also another door, um, sort of catty corner from the one leading out that the guy ran across. Big Tola came out of it. It's this direction. Right there. So there's a door um, that the arrow is pointing to as well. There are
Well, let's
also,
go investigate that, but I don't feel good leaving these people here to die in the cold.
But they already did.
Well, no, most of them we rendered unconscious.
Oh, okay.
so one of them is unconscious. I mean, one Akeshti is dead. One Akeshti ran away. The other Akeshti and Big Tola the Vesk are both unconscious. Um, they're both wearing armor, so it really just depends on nature and how much they're hurt. Will they, will they regain consciousness, or will they die, depending on how well they roll and what happens.
So
I
the
say we
Well,
just.
let's take their weapons away from them. Can I use a medicine check to bring them back to consciousness once we disarm them?
You can, yep, absolutely. So you guys, the tokens are unlocked. So if you want to move around, please do.
I don't even think I
Yes,
should.
I think we're going to disarm the two that are still here, and then I'm going to field dress both of them to bring them back to consciousness.
I'm gonna say we just stripped their armor off of them and let them freeze to death.
I am sorry, I can't do that.
It's just a thought.
Are these computers that I'm standing next to?
No, that is gear. There's, hold on just a moment. Let me, um,
Gear?
big,
Okay. Odd gear.
Yeah.
I was just throwing down tokens for them so we can see where they are. So, if you look at, here it is. All right, so you see there's large humming machinery, which is that's some of what you're standing next to, but most of it is different refrigeration units. Like I said, everything from smaller boxes to those round things hold some sort of organic creature.
Okay.
So again, this is cryogenics. So there's creatures that are frozen in those three round things, and then the most of it's just crates and barrels with any number of different things that could be in them. They are not labeled.
There's no
I mean,
computers
there's
at all.
barcodes and stuff, but it doesn't say, this is what's inside here. They're
Okay.
just barcodes on them. And then the equipment is where above Loki on that platform, and on the other side of the room, there's another balcony platform area that if something needs to be frozen, those are the machines that can do it.
All right.
The two doors leading south down here lead outside, as does the one the guy ran out of, this one. So you have that door I told you about and this door over here.
Mhm.
And since Will is close to it, you can see that the door you're closest to is labeled as a bathroom.
Lovely.
All right. Once I have disarmed Big Tola, I want to wake her up and say,
So where are you guys going to put them?
let's just keep them right here. Lean them up against one of the walls. And
All right, so move yourselves where
somebody
you're going
keep
to be when you wake them
somebody.
up, and where you want them to be.
I don't see them on, over here against the wall right here. It'd be just. I just need somebody to, have a gun on them, so that when I wake them up, if I wake them up and they decide to do something stupid anyways, even though they're disarmed. Well, then I don't worry about them dying. That was their choice to, not choose the smarter path. And then wake up Big Tola. And she can wake up to weapons in her face and me standing there with a big, nasty looking needle with like one drop of something coming off the end of it.
Isn't there one over here by where I'm standing that's unconscious?
Yeah, but I'm not
Yeah,
going to
you
wake
guys
that
moved
one
him
up
up
yet.
to
Okay.
so they're both
He's
up by Doc now.
okay.
So Loki, did you want to move up there as well?
Yeah, I'm trying. Damn computer.
There you go. I moved you up.
Yeah.
Twitch, are you good where you are? Or are you going to move over to where Doc is? Roberta, what are you going to have Twitch do? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. I'm going to stay here
Yeah,
in between them and the door that Shisk went out of.
Okay.
Good call.
All right, and Will Robinson, what are you going to have yourself and Robot do as he's getting ready to wake him up? Are you guys tying him up at all, or
No,
just have him unarmed?
I think their hands should be tied.
makes sense.
Okay, fine.
All right,
Anybody
who's
have
going to
anything
do
to
it?
tie something? Tackles or anything?
We got some rope. Let's just use some rope.
Who has rope?
I thought everybody had rope.
I certainly do not.
Let me
In
see right
space,
now.
what do I need rope for in space? I would normally carry a pair of
Oh,
tackle.
med tape. Medical tape. We can use medical tape to bind their hands. I've got a med kit. There should be tape in it.
Cool.
or something.
All right, so I will acquiesce and say yes. You can use medical tape if you want. So you're tying their hands together in front of them. Doc, go ahead and give me a couple. Just waking her up or both of them?
Just waking her up, and I'm going to use my field dressing ability and just heal her 4 points. And here's a medicine check.
Does she have to be attuned to your stuff, or can you just do it?
Oh, you're right, she does. So I will need to make a medicine check to bring her.
Not a problem at all. 29. I think the highest check right now at this level is like a 25, so that's good. I'm not going to bother double checking. So you are able to wake her up. She groggily looks. Well, you guys are tougher than you look.
That we are. So suppose you tell us what this is all about.
You come here, you pay money, we hold your stuff in the cold.
Then why did you shoot at us when we opened the door?
All right, so are you trying to be diplomatic or are you trying to be intimidating?
I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm way more diplomatic than I am intimidating.
All right, so let's go ahead and diplomacy. Is anybody trying to help?
Not with diplomacy. I mean, I could help intimidate.
I'll do the good cop, bad cop thing, and I'll be the bad cop. Tell us what we want to know, or I'm gonna rip your armor off and leave you in here to freeze to death.
I'm not trained in it, but I'll try and help.
All right, so Loki is trying to intimidate. Is anybody have ranks in intimidate that want to help him? Or Twitch, do you have ranks in diplomacy and want to help Doc?
I have no ranks in either thing, but I'd still be willing to try and
I
help.
I don't think I do either. I'm just.
So which one would you rather help with, intimidation or diplomacy? And Will, do you have ranks in either one?
Nope.
So whichever one you guys are trying to help with, go ahead and
Oh,
roll,
listen.
and we'll see if you can help.
Can you?
I can. Sure.
Just send me the roll.
Skills. Send it to you. Okay, so let me check and look at what you got. So your diplomacy is 1. Your intimidate is also 1. All right, so you were trying to be intimidate. So let me send that to you.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Hey, come on, pop up. Hurry up. Roll.
Should have been DC 10, but it came out as 12. All right, so you have 12 and. All right, and Will, did you want to try to assist with either intimidation or diplomacy?
Nope.
All right. I just follow orders. I hear tell of a Catman and a big bug. You look like the Catman and big bug, so I shoot you.
Well, now, tell me why I shouldn't let the Catman and the big bug shoot you back because they really want to, and I'm probably the only reason they're not. But I digress. The reason we're here is a very large amount of data was stolen from people we care more about than we care about you. And it was beamed here, or all trails led here. I don't suppose you could elaborate on that. We could pay you money.
Maybe the little guy will be more willing to talk.
I run these cryogenerics. I'm not involved in this data you talk of.
You took money from somebody to mug us. You're involved in something. How about you tell us who paid you?
All right, so go ahead and give me another diplomacy. Twitch, you can go ahead and do it as well.
Okay. The same.
Yeah, you're consistent. Consistent. Mama Throsh owns Cryogeneric. She pay us. So you guys have heard that name before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you know how to get hold of her? Call her up. Tell her there's an unsatisfied customer down here that would like to talk to her. I need to speak to the manager.
You let me go, I tell you everything. Some things need to be taken away in a not so without all the paperwork. And sometimes we get paid to do things. Mama Thrash knows take care of all that. She works at the meltdown.
Okay. We don't have any interest in, so I will agree to your terms. We will let you go, but you tell us. You got any more than that? We know where to find her now.
Go easy on Mama Thrash. She not bad. She not like me. She's just doing what she can. She help us out. She finds us. She give us a place to work, paycheck. She good people.
Sounds like a friend.
I'll take that into consideration. But she still tried to have us rubbed out.
I not kill you. We have cameras in here. Too much mess. We take you. We throw you outside. End of problem.
Well, what do you say, folks? I'll point over to the door we haven't been through. What's in there?
That's the bathroom. You want to go? It's nice and fresh. It cleaned every half hour if necessary.
What,
All right.
what about this room over here?
That's what I was talking about.
The one beyond Twitch.
That is my office. It's where
Got
all
a
the
computer in
magic
there?
happens. Night, Atomic. Appreciate you very much. That's right. Duct tape would
Ask
come
him
in
if there's a
handy.
computer
That's
in
right.
there.
Absolutely. Yeah, Atomic says Catman and the Big Bug would be a great jazz band name.
That's for sure.
He also said you guys need to invest in some duct tape. All right.
Now there's a useful thing in space.
That's right. You can always find uses for duct tape. And it's actually an item. It's not called that, but there's something similar to it. Anyway, what was your question, Will?
Oh, ask him if there's a computer in the office.
Of course, there's computer in office. There's computer in both offices. That's how we run things.
So, Twitch, you want to check this out with me?
I'll check it out
So
with you.
actually, this door is locked. Sorry.
Oh, this says open.
Yeah, it should have been locked. Who's
Keep these.
got the highest perception?
I can do that thing with my hand where I could.
I got a +4.
I have a +6.
All right. Send you a message.
Can't find. Does this one have a? Okay, so I'm not seeing it on the front page. Skills, perception, +5. Isn't it on the front page
So
somewhere?
there is a
It isn't, is it?
There is one. Starfinder does have a perception on the front page, but just a dot. You can roll it from the front
No, it
page.
has the dot for the check. Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't tell you what
Doesn't tell you what the
your
number
bonus
is,
is.
no.
Okay, interesting. All right.
So I say to her, so I see a key card at your waist. Can we have it, please, so we can just take a quick look at your computer? We won't destroy anything.
She holds up her hands for you, indicating she's waiting for her hands to be cut.
We'll untie her.
Why?
So she'll come over and unlock the door. And she says, you seem like nice guy. A gift between friends who understand one another. And she comes over to the computer. Types a couple things and moves away. Comes back and goes over to one of these barrels.
I'm keeping a very close eye on her.
All right.
Here
So
it
I
is.
will.
And it says, she pops it open, and you see that there's some packages in there that are labeled coffee beans.
Ooh, hey.
And you see it actually contains 10 doses of Hyperleaf underneath, because coffee is not normally frozen. So
Interesting.
she'll reaches in and hands that to you. You look like you know how to use these. Let me throw it in the party sheet. Gear.
Okay, that's handy to have. This, if we run into our witch friend again, this stuff will help us resist her magic. Won't make us immune. but it will help us resist.
All right, so Will, what would you like to do since you're now in the room at the computer? You also know that from the little time you spent with them, Loki and Orindor are both technomancers, so as such, they are also computers. They are skilled in computers.
What that little quick scan thing that lets
Yeah, so you
I
want
can do.
to get in there with him and do that?
Yes.
All right, so you see, as you get ready to sit down, Loki comes over and just sort of moves his hand over the hard drive. All right, so as a standard action, you get a general sense of what information is stored on drives or other digital storage media. You pass your hand in the air near the data source. Don't have to touch it or connect to it. Information you get is general, such as financial records, military records, or spells. And then you have to interface it with it to get any more information on that. And if you do it on a creature, then blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there you go. So you wave your hand over it. You get financial records. You get employee records. You also get inventory lists. And so basically everything in detailed lists of everything that's in here is what's on the computer. And buried my story. Give me a second. By the way, the office is much warmer. So where Will and Loki are is much warmer than the warehouse itself. All right, so it's a decent computer, but it does not look like there's any other information besides the you don't get the sense of that there's any specific information besides what's the operations of cryogenerics in this computer from your quick scan. So Will, did you want to do a more in-depth search?
Yes.
All right, so Loki, I'll go ahead and push the roll to you so you can assist. I think is you're almost automatic. Computers skill, but I'll push it to you anyway. So we'll go ahead and make your roll. There you go. So you got an well, all right. So you do find everything that he said. Yeah. So as long as you get a 3 or higher, you are able to assist. So in the email section, you do find a couple messages by the sender is MT, and they're basically what she said. It was a grainy image of taken from a long distance of the group. You can make out the cat person and the Twitch really easy. Uh,
Okay.
the rest of you are sort of grainy, and the guys are mostly small, except for Doc. Doc is looking away, so you can't really see him at all, what he is. Um, And it says if they show up, you know what to do. Nothing incriminating on there. Um, and that's it. Just the rest of the information is on how to run this facility. And you see, you can. There's another door leading out of this room.
Okay, go open the door, see what's in there.
And there is a little kitchenette besides the. Besides the computer, there's a little kitchenette and a open, a glass refrigerator, small little refrigerator. Nothing of interest in either one unless you want some hot pocket or a microwave popcorn. All right, so one thing you guys haven't done is somebody want to do a check on the meltdown?
Oh
No.
yeah, good idea.
Well, I can assist.
All right, so again, that's a computer's check. Um, it's DC 20, so whoever's going to do it,
I'm assisting.
looks like
I'm
Will has.
re-rolling that. That's that was a 7. I thought it was a 1. Huh.
Um, so 2 assists. Let's have Loki. I'll push it to you again. So we're going to presume that Loki's going to get it. So Twitch, give yourself a +6. It might be a +4, but more than likely it's going to be a +6. What
+6.
happened?
And it was computers, right?
That was weird. Yes.
Nice.
All right. So you need a 20. You got 25. So you do a little digging. You do see that it's a scrapyard and recycling center that's open to the public a few days a week. You had mentioned you had learned, and it's also listed as a pawn shop as well. As you do a little bit more digging with a DC-20, you learn that the previous owner was a human named Sharik Luprador.
Sharik Lubrador. Okay.
There you go. That's his name. Who died several years ago. He left the business to someone named Throsh Ved. As you look for that other information, you need a 25 DC computers check, which you got. You see that this is known as a gang-related site and headquartered for the Bloodshots. Someone named Mama Thrash runs it. Mostly Akeshtis are the ones who are part of it. They're suspected of smuggling, larceny, especially of vehicles and equipment that the scrapyard can recycle, quote unquote.
Wow.
So you also learn the location of where it is here in Corona.
Corona.
Now this place will be trouble when we go in there.
Oh, for sure.
You have been upfront with me, you follow, you do as you say. So I will tell you there is. Where'd it go? Mama Thrush does not like to be interrupted. So when you go there, okay, hold on. I'm trying to find where the details is. She tells you information about a trap. Now, if I can just find where the information about the trap is, here it is. Okay. Oh, it doesn't have any more information on here. I have to go find where it was. All right. Dadgummit. All right. So here's the. You see, this is the desk, the big executive chair, built for a Vesk. You got the kitchenette I told you about, and there's also a couch that's not drawn in there. Several beverages are in the fridge. All right, so you did find there was a data transfer that was logged at the time of the DCI heist, but the data is not on the computer.
That's Tola if she knows what happened to it.
A woman, an Ifrit woman in this fancy clothes and armor, clear weave armor. She came in, used my office for a little while. I don't ask questions.
Who was this woman?
Some friend of Mama Thrush. I do not know any more than that. I don't care. Not my job.
Well, I'm sure Mama Thrush can tell us who this woman is. What do you say, gang? Shall we go give her a visit?
Yes, let's go talk to her. I turn to what's her face? uh and tell her thank you for the gifts and for being upfront with us.
All right, so here it is. There's a battery that is attached to the front door. So if you try to insert to break in, pick lock, or use keycard, or even force the door, you get zappy zap.
Wow.
Is there another way in?
Yes, we use the little side door. It's a little harder to see, but you can find it. It's look on the floor, on the ground for all the tracks that lead up to the wall. It not real wall, it door.
Oh, well, thank you for your help, friend. Folks, I think we found what we need to find here. Let's move along.
Makes sense to me.
Now, do we want to rest before we go there? I mean, I didn't specifically tell Tola not to tell Throsh we were coming, so she might be expecting us. Perhaps it'll be good that we actually didn't kill off most of her thugs.
How much time has elapsed, and how are we health wise?
You guys can take 10 minutes if you want to,
Yeah.
and take a 10-minute rest.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah,
do
we
that
do
at the
that.
very least.
Yeah.
All right, so let me push it. Anybody who wants to. There you go. So go ahead and
Done.
click your little stam button in the front of your page. Loki, you want me to do that for you?
Ah,
That burned one resolve to get back all your stamina. I'll dock if you want to have Orindor do that as well. So Orindor is the only one who's still wounded, only a tiny bit though. Um,
A long rest would take care of that if we decided to go back.
yes. So you all aren't under any particular kind of time sensitive. You're not. You're not in any particular rush. You could take a long rest at this point if you want to. You've been up enough to where, because you had to travel from the DCI, Deep Cultures Institute, all the way to using the rails and stuff to get here to Corona, and then you guys spent about an hour here on Corona.
Is the meltdown out here in Corona as well?
Yes, it's 1:45 in the afternoon, and you guys started your day at
Is there a
8
cheap
o'clock.
hotel, like maybe a Tube or Coffin Hotel or someplace cheap where we can, rest for the night?
So you guys are go ahead and give me a percentile check, Doc.
Sorry, that was on
All right.
Orndor,
So
but it was Doc's roll.
you find a couple, um, ask your infosphere hotels near me, and you find a couple very expensive ones that are protected by the sun and offer all these different amenities. Uh, and you sort of have to sort of keep digging. It takes you a few minutes during your 10-minute rest, but you're finally able to find a couple that you guys can afford, and you are able to find one that's reasonably close by. You can also hail a Robbie cab. So is that what you guys want to do? Is head out and find somewhere to rest? Take a long
Yes.
rest?
Okay.
Down for that.
All right, so let me check one other thing here. Is there anything else you want to do in this warehouse before you leave? You have you got the,
Um,
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, did we search through all those? Did we do spend any time searching? I haven't. So I mean, do the stuff in this room, the containers of equipment, see if there's anything useful.
I really don't want to rob the place. That's not why we came here.
There's a
Right.
list on the computer that you were searching.
Oh, a computer. That's
There's
right.
there's a
Has
whole
everything.
list of everything that's in there. Like I said, there's everything from organic. Those three large things have creatures in them, um, and there's various everything from foodstuffs to um, medical supplies, things like that. Nothing that's it's usually mostly research. So there's not, it's not like there's healing serum sitting there. It's a crate full of different bacteria and another crate full of fungus and things like that that are used for researching and things.
Right.
All right, so you guys are going to head back out then. You see Big Toa picks up the Akeshti, throws her over her shoulder, brings it into the lounge. I mean, into where she is, her office, and puts it on the couch. Digs in the bottom of the fridge. Comes over with this bent and dented healing serum. As you guys are walking out, she'll jab it into the Keshti. All right, let me get one other roll from you guys.
What do you need to roll?
There you go.
Oh, not. Oh, I clicked the damn check mark instead of the die. That's why it threw zeros for me. Can you push that again? I did that the other night, and Drake came as well.
All right, Orindor. So Orindor, as you guys are leaving, and which exit are you guys going to use? There's three of them. Two leading from the warehouse, one north, one south, the other the way you came in to the front office.
Let's just go the way we came in.
All right, so Orindor, he sees down the street, um, sort of waiting, looking around the corner. You see the Akeshti that ran away, uh, and as he sees you guys leave, he ducks back behind the building.
Did anybody else see that?
Yep.
Brutal.
I saw a blur.
Let's
Is that what
check
you're talking
that.
about?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are able to recharge your armor as well. Um, while the armor does protect you, it does use up a little bit more battery than normal as a temperature gauge, temperature regulators kick in and keep you warmer. Um, so you find that the meltdown is on the outskirts of the Brass Bazaar. So be about 30-minute walk from the place you guys are staying.
Well, let's walk then.
All right. So first of all, uh, it's going to cost 50 credits per room. Up to 2 people can stay in a room. So if you guys want to share a room or have your own individual room, it's up to you.
Doc will have his own room.
All right.
The
So
credits.
Do you need credits?
Oh yeah, I got 26. So
I
yeah,
will.
UPBs also are usable as
I
credits.
will.
Oh.
I will. I will cover his room.
And I'll take my own room and I can cover my own.
All right. So
Cool.
Orindor is from a noble family, so he would definitely want his own room. Loki,
Yep.
are you gonna
He paid
bunk
for
with
his.
Will?
Sure.
All right. So Will, you good with that? Sharing
Yes.
a room with Loki?
Whoa,
All right.
whoa.
So Loki and will be in a room together. Orindor will pay for his. Um, and you guys are able to get a long rest. Boom. Long rest pushed. Let me go ahead and during that time, Orindor is no longer fatigued. He's able to shrug off the effects of the heat. Let me check, see how close you guys are. If I need to push the XP right now.
Twitch is gonna go hang
No,
out
you're
on
not.
like the balcony or something because it's still nice and warm out. He's gonna bask in the heat.
Does not become night at all here. It's
Mhm.
because you're on the surface of the sun. So it's always light. If you guys wanted to go carouse, go relax a little bit, you're welcome to do so. Um, and then you bed down for the night and get some sleep and get up the next morning. Since you're going to bed a little earlier, I normally have you guys get up about 6:30, start your day at 8 a.m. Is that good, or did you want me to push it back? You guys can get a long rest and be up as early as 5 to start at 6 if you want.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, that's good with me.
All right, so
Yep,
again,
sounds
like I said, there's
good.
no difference. There's no light, night or dark, light or darkness. It's all the same. So it's just a matter of making sure you get 8 hours of sleep some point throughout the day. So it is now the 6th of Gazran. 06. All right, so did you want to walk or did you want to take a Robbie cab to the meltdown?
I think we should walk.
What does everybody else think?
That's fine.
I think we can walk. Yeah.
The last cab ride didn't go so good.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, so I need a check. Toll's office. Give me just a second here. I'll go ahead and push what I remember it being. So, Loki, you get a bonus. So I'm not gonna try adding it in. We'll just remember you get a +2 because of your fur. Well, fortitude.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Here we go. I believe it's 15. If anybody gets close, then I'll double check for sure.
Oh,
Where
looks
is
like
it?
we failed.
What were you doing? Saving throws?
Yes, for the heat. As you guys are walking through the heat, you guys need to do a
Did
check
that.
like you did yesterday.
What is it, a will or a fortitude?
It's fortitude, but Twitch doesn't need to because he's
Thank you.
basking in the sun. He doesn't.
That
It's
is
fine for
correct.
him.
I'm just enjoying the heat.
Okay. Doc, do you happen to have Jingo? Do you happen to have that thing I sent you earlier today with the extreme temperatures?
I do.
All right. So look under very hot and tell me what the DC is, please. I want to say it's 15.
Let's see. Very hot. Must attempt a fortitude saving throw each hour. 15 plus 1 per previous check, or take 1d4 non-lethal fire damage.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So that
That's
is
funny because I live where it's typically above that. And yes, when you're out in it for a period of time, it does start to beat you down.
all right. So that is success, failure, failure, failure. Wow. Okay. So we got 3 failures this time. All right. Do you suffer anything else besides the damage? I thought you took a fatigue. Thought you were fatigued.
Okay. Woo! Doc's sweating like a pig.
And who is trained in or has, well, Doc's looking that up. Uh, who has ranks in survival?
Negative.
I do.
All right. So go ahead and give me a survival check, please. DC 12. It's a pretty easy one.
Second, I'm looking. I might have. I have no ranks in survival.
All right. And so looking on that information I gave you earlier, the heat negative effect is anything besides 1d4?
And very hot. Let's see. Characters wearing heavy clothing or armor of any sort take a -4 penalty to the saving throws. You can attempt a survival check to receive a bonus to the saving throw, and might be able to apply this bonus to other characters as well. And then it refers to page 148.
All right. And thank you.
It looks like I might have.
148.
Come on. What's it rolling stuff? I think I do, Stan.
All right, so that's a DC 15. So Twitch's survival is 19. So he did help anybody. Was anybody close? Doc was close. He gets a 14. Orndor was not.
I don't know.
And Loki was 8. Okay, so
What is it? I think I just rolled a dice, random dice.
no, you did the save for the fortitude.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
that was correct.
I thought you.
All right, so here's my dice. 2, 1, 1. Bunch of damage. 2, 1, and 1. 2, 1. So take minimal damage. And for now, I could have sworn you're fatigued, but for now I'm just gonna leave it. I'll double check it throughout the week. We'll
Yeah,
leave
it
it the way
doesn't
it is.
say. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about fatigue. Just taking non-lethal fire damage, and at 110 and above, it's a saving throw every 10 minutes or take the same non-lethal damage with the same penalties.
Gotcha. Okay. So you guys see smoke and chemical fumes are you can visibly see them in the air as you guys start getting close to the meltdown. Um, you do see there's trash in the streets. You see these little creatures here and there, lizard type things and insects uh, rooting around in the trash that's there. There's this large bunker that's bigger than the surrounding buildings. Um, and you see a faded sign that says Slick's Vehicle Repair. There's a Rhonda's Hair and Scale. It looks like some sort of grooming shop. And then there's a kiosk with a sign that says Sun Meat. Uh, the big the big bunker that you mentioned that you saw has the meltdown and peeling paint on the side. It looks like it's about 20 feet high, and there's a smaller thing jutting from the northeast part of the building. Uh, so what did you want to? So there are some other buildings around it. Do you want to just walk right up to it? Do you want to look around? Do you want to talk to people? What do you want to do?
Well, are there people hanging out in the area? Well, you know what? Tola did say that Thrush was good people. Let's go straight up talk to her.
Now, who has ranks and culture? Besides, I know Orndor does. Does anybody else have ranks and culture?
I believe Doc does.
Nope.
However, we're not going in the front
Nope.
door.
Right,
Yes,
we're not going in the front door.
Doc has ranks in culture.
All right, so you would guess that of these different things in the area, probably the sun meat vendor would probably be the typically, you know, these type of street vendors can be pretty chatty.
Well, let's go up and have a sun meat dog then.
All right, so you see a dark-skinned dwarf who sort of hops down um, from a stool he's sitting on, puts his little closes up his communicator, hops down. Um, you see there's some fat-grown protein cubes with a spicy sauce on the grill in front of him, and he smiles as you guys walk up. Ah, come, enjoy some sun meat, huh? How many can I get for you guys, huh?
What, pray tell, sir, exactly is sun meat?
And as you're talking, you see the lights and his little fire burns the grease and stuff that's around him. Oh, this is some of the best in the area. It's a nice little, just enough spice, but not enough to burn the old lungs. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. And he cuts off a small piece.
I'll give
I
it a
don't remember
try.
seeing you before. Here you go. And they let you try some. And it's actually pretty good. Still not really sure what the protein is, but
Best not to ask as long as it's tasty.
it's definitely tasty. And it definitely, you can tell from your natural life science stuff and stuff. These are vat grown protein cubes. It is not nothing, not natural, but
Natural
it tastes
enough.
tasty. Think of tofu.
So, I'm new in town, and you seem like the kind of guy that's been around a while. What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
So how many? Who else wants some of this? And how many can I help you guys?
I'll turn to everybody else and say, anybody want one? My treat.
Ooh, I
Sure.
want one. Yeah.
I'll eat some. Okay.
It's
All right.
vat
So
grown meat, but meat is meat.
the like I said, you guys, it's got a little bit of a kick, sort of like a chili, like a mild chili, or mild salsa to it, and it's tasty. So, like I said, it's not questionable because it's not real protein. It doesn't come from an animal or creature of any kind, but it's surprisingly good. And that'll put you out for all of them. It'll be 10 credits.
All right.
So what brings you to this area? This isn't. You guys sort of look like tourists. No disrespect intended. It's just this side of the Brass Bazaar is not as exciting as some of the other areas.
I have a
Well,
feeling it's a little more exciting than you let on.
an acquaintance of ours, Big Tola, told us that if we were in the neighborhood, we should stop by and talk to Mama Throsh, that she was good people. Is this her place here? And I'll point towards the warehouse.
All right, so I pushed you all to roll.
Ouch. No.
Oh, is that a negative? Why do I have such an? Okay. Or maybe because I can't.
Sense motive,
No,
yeah,
I just
because you're an
I don't
android
have it. Yeah.
and you don't know
Yes. No, I
about
got you.
features.
No, I forgot.
Um,
Yep.
and
It's a negative.
Loki, there you go. He's coming. He's coming. All right, so Twitch, you can tell. You can tell that as he starts moving things around on this thing, but you can tell that he's a little. Uh, his face darkens a bit as he mentions Mama Throsh and stuff, and uh, as he answers, it's clear to you that he doesn't care for Mama Throsh. It's like, yeah, her and her lizards are work here. We turned in some recycling. And
No,
sort of looking at you guys,
something like that.
all judgy.
Is anybody that made that roll going to mention anything to him? Because I failed it, so I'm oblivious.
I'm just gonna. I'll look him up and down. I'll just kind of look at him and go. You know, it seems like you're really not quite impressed with Mama Thrush. Why is that?
Oh, well, don't get me wrong. If she wants, can't really say exactly what goes on there, but that's let's just say it seems not the type of person who likes a lot of paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
I think we've heard that a time or two before. Well, thank you for sharing.
So what if you guys aren't recycling and stuff? What's your business with her? You guys don't really look the type, not like the normal people that go in and out of there.
Let's just say
We have a
we're
little paperwork.
we're involved in some personal business with her. And no, it doesn't have to do with recycling. Have you seen any strange other people coming and going? What was it Tola mentioned? A human woman? Did she say she was human? Did she specify?
She said it
She
was an
said
Efreet.
woman.
And a freak woman. Yeah, a woman with fiery hair. Seen anybody like that around recently?
This is Corona. There's Efreets all over the place. I don't particularly remember anything particular in the last week or so. But then again, I'm only here a few hours a day. When the bazaar starts to get busy, I'm actually it's a little early still. Nice surprise getting little people. If you come back in a couple hours, once these marinate a little bit more, uh, well, they're even more tasty.
Oh, maybe we'll do that. Tell you what, and I'll give him my communicator number. If you do happen to see any Ifrit ladies, come and visit this particular establishment, and I'll point again at the meltdown. Give me a call. Let me know. Meanwhile,
So
I'll
he
look at everybody else and say, let's go see if Mama Thrush is home.
so he knocks one of the spice things off, and not quite accidentally, he bends down, comes around, come over, pick it up, and he says, if you guys may not, I can just tell you there's a lot of traffic around the back. If you look that back building over there, there's a wall that they seem to disappear into quite a bit. Nobody
Oh,
really
really?
seems, none of her people really seem to use that front door. And he picks up the stuff
Yeah,
and
so we've noticed
stands
that.
up. Yeah, so if you guys ever want any more, I said come back in a couple hours. It'll be some let's the spices sink in a little bit more, you know.
Sounds like a plan.
Could maybe one of you engineers disable that trap on the front door remotely? Because if we came in that way, they would totally not be expecting it.
So this, as you guys are walking away, I presume, from the meat vendor, before you start talking about getting rid of traps and stuff. This is where we will leave it for tonight. You guys can figure out what you want to do for the next time we play in 2 weeks. See, that is, I'm checking to see. All right, so the 14th is a Monday. Is anybody going to be doing any special plans on the 13th because that's the weekend day, and you have work taking up your Valentine's Day? Are we good to go on the 13th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to be working on the 13th, so
Well, that's
it's just a day for me.
okay. Cool. All right, so we will plan on meeting again in 2 weeks' time. So thank you again, Martian Cat, for the biddies. That is so awesome. I appreciate you very much. Um, thank you, Jingo, for the resub. You guys are awesome. Thank you, everybody else who was hanging out. Atomic Hero Squad, Mantha, Diablo Bob. If I missed you, that's just my bad memory. No slight meant. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Come back next week. We're doing Dawn of Flame. Everybody you see here, plus one more, minus Jingo. So come check it out. Say hi, invite your friends, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.
Good night.
Good night, Twitch.
Good night.
Bye.